The biggest news in early 2026 is that DJI might be retiring the Flip name after just one generation in favor of a new series called DJI Lito. It's a strategic decision driven by the immense success of the DJI Neo 2, which launched late in 2025. The Neo 2 clearly cannibalized the original Flip's territory by offering 360-degree obstacle, sensing, and ultra-lightweight portability in a simpler frame. DJI felt that the Flip name was a bit too specific to its folding guard design. By moving to the name Lito, DJI wants to merge the fun of the Flip with the professional pedigree of the Mini Pro series. DJI successfully pushed the Lito series through the approval process just weeks before a sweeping FCC ban on new foreign-made drone authorizations took effect on December 23, 2025, meaning the Lito remains legal to import, sell, and operate in the United States. So when can we fly it? And what are the confirmed specs? Let's find out. When we dive into the rumored sensor specs, things get really exciting. The DJI Lito X1 is expected to carry a significantly upgraded over 1.3-inch CMOS sensor, which might sound familiar from the Mini 4 Pro, but the magic is in the new processing engine behind it. Rumors suggest that this sensor will feature a dual native ISO that is specifically tuned for low-light performance. This would be a massive deal for creators who often find themselves shooting during the blue hour or in dim indoor environments where the original Flip sometimes struggled with noise. There are even whispers of a Pro variant of the Lito that might experiment with a 1-inch sensor, though most experts believe the standard X1 will stick to the 1/1.3-inch size to keep the weight under that crucial 249-gram limit. In terms of video capabilities, the Lito X1 is shaping up to be a tiny beast. We are looking at a jump to 4K recording at 120 frames per second, which is a big step up from the 60 frames per second cap on the previous model. This means you can get that buttery smooth, high-resolution slow motion that really makes travel videos look professional. But perhaps more important for today's creators is the rumor of native vertical shooting at 4K. While the original Flip had to crop its footage or use lower resolutions for vertical clips, the Lito X1 is expected to feature a physical gimbal that can flip the camera 90 degrees without losing a single pixel of quality. It is also expected to support 10-bit D-Log-M and HLG color profiles, giving editors a lot more room to play with colors in post-production. Safety and flight intelligence are also getting a massive overhaul in this new generation. One of the coolest rumors about the Lito X1 is the inclusion of a 360-degree omnidirectional obstacle sensing system. This is a huge leap because the original Flip relied mostly on infrared sensors that only looked forward and down. The Lito X1 is rumored to use a series of wide-angle fisheye lenses and perhaps even a miniaturized LiDAR-like sensor to build a 3D map of its surroundings. This would make it nearly impossible to crash, even when flying through dense forests or tight indoor spaces. Imagine being able to set the drone to follow you through a crowded park while you walk, knowing it has eyes in the back of its head to avoid every tree and lamppost. Battery life is another area where DJI is pushing the boundaries. The original Flip gave us a solid 25 to 30 minutes, which was respectable for its size, but the Lito X1 is rumored to push that even further. Sources are pointing toward a new Intelligent Flight Battery Plus option that could potentially offer up to 50 minutes of flight time. Even the standard battery, which keeps the drone under the legal weight limit, is expected to hit the 35-minute mark thanks to more efficient motors and a more aerodynamic frame. For a drone this small, being able to stay in the air for nearly an hour is almost unheard of and would completely change how people use these devices for long-distance scouting or extensive vlogging sessions. One of the most technical but exciting rumors is the introduction of OcuSync 5 transmission. The Lito X1 is expected to be one of the first drones to feature this next-gen system, which could theoretically allow for a transmission range of over 20 kilometers. More importantly for the average user, O5 is expected to include 5G cellular failover. This means that if you are flying in a city with lots of buildings and your direct radio signal gets blocked, the drone can instantly switch to a cellular data connection to maintain a crystal-clear video feed. It makes the connection virtually unbreakable, which is a massive confidence booster for anyone who has ever felt that heart-sinking moment when their screen starts to flicker and lag. Internal storage is also seeing a much-needed upgrade. The original Flip only had about 2 GB of internal memory, which was basically just a backup in case you forgot your SD card. The Lito X1 is rumored to come with a whopping 42 GB of high-speed internal storage built in. This is a game changer because it means you can head out for a quick sunset shoot without even worrying about whether you packed a micro SD card. You could easily store several 4K clips directly on the drone and then transfer them to your phone wirelessly using the high-speed quick transfer feature, which is also rumored to be faster than ever thanks to Wi-Fi 6 support. Finally, the physical design of the Lito X1 is expected to be a refined version of the foldable guard concept. While the original Flip looked a bit like a lunchbox when folded, the Lito is rumored to have a more sleek, tablet-style fold that makes it even thinner. The guards themselves might be made of a new carbon fiber composite that is both lighter and stronger than the plastic used before. This helps with the sail effect, where the drone would get pushed around by the wind. By making the guards thinner and more aerodynamic, DJI can give the Lito X1 better stability in gusty conditions without sacrificing the safety that made people love the Flip in the first place. While we are still waiting for the official word from DJI, everything we know so far points to the Lito X1 being the most versatile small drone ever made. It takes the best parts of the Flip, the safety, the portability, and the fun, and injects them with the pro DNA that DJI is famous for.